Hello, welcome to a brand new video on Honor Entertainment. This is going to be a brand new series that I am starting called Sim Saturday, and to kick it off we're going to begin with Airport CEO. Now, this is a game that I enjoy playing myself quite a lot, so I haven't played this for a while, so I thought I'd kick it off. Brand new series, brand new save, everything. And what I'm going to do is develop an airport. We're going to follow the tutorial at the beginning just to refresh our memories, figure out how to play the game, and we'll see how it goes. I hope that's okay with you guys, and we're going to jump straight into this now with character creation. I'm playing with no mods and add-ons to this. Well, I have a few DLCs for this. I believe I've got the helicopter DLC and the vintage aircraft DLC applied to this. So, we're going to jump straight into this. Let's go. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to begin by creating our character. We're going to select our gender. We're going to go for the male gender. Face. Let's make a good looking character, shall we? Let's go with skin color. Alright, skin color's looking good. Eye color. Now I don't know what has changed in this game since I've played last, but we will definitely have a look. I think that's okay. I think that the character creation looks good. So we're going to give him a name, and the name is going to be Mr. Honor. Now you'll see why I've done it like this. First name Mr., last name Honor. Simple. And we're going to select where our airport is. We're going to select something in the UK. Ooh, I think we're going to go somewhere in Wales, because I am Welsh. Let's put it close to where Cardiff Airport is. I think it's down by here somewhere. But that looks good. And let's jump into this. We're going to need to make an airport name. I would say, do you want to suggest a name? But obviously, with it being a recording, you can't. I'm naming it now. So we're going to name it. Ooh, what should we name it? Let's have a think. I've got an idea. Nice and simple. Now, I want this to be intern. Ooh, why has it done that? Cardiff. Ooh. Cardiff. Ooh, what should we name it? Ooh. International. Cardiff International. Simple as that. Oh. That's probably going to... If I've spelled that wrong, it's probably going to piss some of you off, but I don't care. CWR. Ooh, logo. I'm liking the look of this one. Nice and simple. Easy to lay out. Ooh, what do we go for? Ooh, this kind of reminds me of Brecon. International Airport, CWR, Brecon. Ooh, yes. We're going to go large map. We're not going to go sandbox. This is going to be a completely vanilla gameplay. We are going to set the difficulty down to moderate, so we get a little bit less starting money. We can start with 500 at extreme. Difficult, we can start with 1 mil, but I think moderate, nice, easy start, 2 million. Emergency, ooh. No, we're going to keep it rare for the emergency events. The job of a CEO can be challenging sometimes, but it's not going to kill you. Wrong. Stress can kill you. Alright, there we go, and we are now logged in. So, we're going to follow this tutorial through at the beginning, and then as we progress, we can stop following it. Sound like a good thing? All right. So, welcome to your airport grounds. Actually, let's pause the game real quick. Welcome to your airport grounds. This is your first day on the job. Oh, sorry. No. Is this your first day on the job? Then let's go through this short introduction together. Can I skip? Can I? Oh, fuck. I didn't want to skip that. Okay. Whoopsie. Okay. Airports are complex megastructures, so it's best to start with a small airfield when learning the basics of an airport operation. Remember that you can view the checklist at any time. Check the checklist button. At any time by pressing the checklist button next to the close button. If you do not want to, make sure you have completed the current step up. If you want to, I can't speak English this morning. That's great. Love that. If needed, you can find a detailed tutorial panel in the management panel. Good luck. Next, airport. Here we go. So, prepare for construction. Sign a contract with a contractor. Open economy tab and contracts. So, if you're wondering how I just opened this panel here to my right, on the right side of my screen, all I did was on my keyboard, I pressed tab, and I opened this menu up. And there's a little shortcut. So here on the dashboard, we have small weather station missing. So we're not going to get weather updates because we don't have one. This shows us everything to do with recent notifications, required display statistics. So this is like an info panel. It's a dashboard to show all the info that is relevant and needed. Okay, and next we have our emails. So we have RE, welcome to your airport. So we're going to read from this. So this is from Mayor Gregory Farnsworth to Mr. Honor. Mr.Honor, CardiffInternational.com. Welcome to your airport. Thank you for our last meeting, and I hope you like your new job. I know it isn't much at this point, but hopefully you'll do better than the last person who tried to build our town's proud airport. You've got a lot of work ahead of you, so you'd better get to it. I can't give you any tips because I really don't know how to run an airport, but let me remind you that you have a budget to keep to, and we count on you to get this place making a profit. Good luck, and we'll talk soon. Here's the most important things you need to know. So here we go. 1. Press tab to access the management panel. Here you'll find everything from a management perspective, such as economy, staffing, purchase new products, operations, and more. This is your control panel as a CEO. Okay, and then to access the tutorial, press H to access the tutorial. It can prove to be quite challenging to build an airport, so this might be a great assistance. We at the city office want you to get you flying start. Oh, want you to get a flying start. There we go. Haha. So, I've asked a few people with inside knowledge of the airport operations to contact you via email over the day. So make sure to watch your email inbox. That's all. Best of luck, Greg. Okay, so then we can click back. So we've read that email. We don't need it anymore. Throw it away. About the Airport of the Year Awards. So, Airport of the Year Awards. Hello again. My name is Anita. Hello again. Never even. Anyway. Hello. My name is Anita, and we met briefly over at the mayor's office. Anyways, Anyway, as you know, once every year, the Global Aviation Association comes together and votes on which of the world's top ranking airports that is awarded the Airport of the Year awards. Of course, the city really wants our new investment to do really well, so please try and win that award for us. Winning the award is fairly easy if you just put your mind into it. You'll simply need to maintain an average airport rating of at least 95% over 3 years, with a lot of passengers and aircraft throughput. Yes, some would say that's incredibly difficult, but not for you, especially not with that recruitment process we had. Here's the full GAA committee checklist for choosing Airport of the Year candidates. An average airport rating of at least 95% over 3 years. A yearly passenger throughput of at least 10,000 passengers. A yearly turnaround of at least 150 aircrafts. Best of luck, Anita. Okay. So, we're not going to go to that, but we are going to flag it. So we can come back to that if we want to, have a look. So, what we have here, we have the bin icon. So if I want to bin the email, I can bin it. If it needs opening, this tab here, the letter, will be green or whatever. And then when I flag it, it will show up as a flag system. See, no flag, flag. Simple as that. Saved messages. Ooh, is this a save button instead? No. How do I save? There we go. Save. So now, that goes over here. Lovely. So, next tab, we have operations. In here, in this panel, this is where you can open and close. Open and close your airport, allow general aviation, distribute evenly among runways. This is where you select the settings for your airport, essentially. What you allow to happen to the aircrafts and whatnot. Next to that, then, you have R&D, which is research and development, which allows you to unlock new stuff. Essentially, that's what R&D is. It allows you to unlock new stuff, expand your airport, expand into different industries within your airport. Then we have the construction page. We'll get back to this in a minute. So, as the tutorial is requesting, it wants us to prepare for construction, sign a contract with a contractor. So, we're going to do that in the economies tab, which is what we're under now. So, we have budget overview. So, this shows us how much our airport's spending, how much profit we're making. We did a CFO for this page, so we're not going to discuss this one yet. Then we have loans. If we need it, we can take a loan out. These are accepted contracts. These are contracts that we have. Here's the available contract rating, which is 3 stars, auto negotiations, and negotiation points in this tab. And then we have our contracts that are offered. So we're going to sign with Brickley here with a 3-star rating. So we're going to read over this contract. Contract between Brickley and Cardiff International. Brickley is an international construction group involved in some of the biggest structures in the world. Founded by Martin Brickley in 1946. You think it would, we build it. Oh, you think it, we build it. Don't know where we got the word. Anyway, please review the contract in detail before accepting. The following conditions apply. Maximum contractors of 110. Hourly fee per contractor, $6.03. The contractor promises to deliver skilled workers capable of constructing objects from blueprints. Contractors are deployed via the telephone and require a contractor site. Okay, so that's one. So this is Brickley. I'm not going to accept it yet because I want to see what HWY offer. So they offer 87, and the hourly P for those 87, the annual fee, not P, annual fee for the contractors is 7.9. So we're going to go with Brickley. It's a higher star contract. We're going to reject HYW, and we're going to go with Brickley instead. There we go. So now that we've signed them, we can deploy them. We're not going to deploy them yet because we're going to start building the airport first. Because if we deploy them now, we're not going to be using them now. Okay. So in this panel here, in the staff column, this is where we can see who we have employed with us and who we can employ. We need HR directors, we need all sorts. And this is the executive committee. As you can see, at the moment, it is just me. So you have the COO, strategy director, procurement director, HR director, CIO, and a CFO. These are I think, COO and a CFO. Oh, no. We're going to get a CIO and a COO first, because that allows us to auto-plan aircraft movement. Okay, so we have our contract. You know what? No. We're going to keep the game paused. We're going to go over to operations, and we're going to go over to construction. We're going to deploy maximum, because we're going to need this. Okay, and once these have been set to be deployed, yep, so they are deployed, but because the game's paused, we're going to put this up to 3 speed. I just did that by pressing the 3 key. We're going to deploy them. We're going to lose a little bit of money. There we go. So, let's get started with airport construction. In order to receive your first GA, General Aviation flight, the image below The image below is an example of an airport design that is suitable for GA operations. So, we're gonna begin by coming down here to the aircraft infrastructure. Is it aircraft? Yeah, aircraft infrastructure. And we're gonna select a runway. Now, if we go for a grass runway, a small runway supporting a small aircraft can upgrade better durability. Construction is 100,000. Operating cost is 300. Whereas for 50 more, operating cost is less. So we're going to go for asphalt. Now, I want to get this center. So I'm not going to build it yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place it, and then I'm going to come over to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I believe that'll be 6 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so that's central on the map. Lovely. Now that we've done that, we're going to be placing an in and an out for the runway. So the direction of arrows on the runway show what way the aircrafts are going to come in and go out. So they'll come in from the left, so that they'll land from the left and then fly and then take off on the right. Okay. Now that we've got that sorted, we're going to get some of these. Now, I want to leave a 1 gap there, and I want to leave... Yeah, that'll be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. So that's 10 stands there for general aviation. That should kick us off. And then we're gonna come down here. We're gonna get this, and we're gonna go 3 across. That's all we need is 3 for now. Right. As soon as we get to larger aircrafts, we will then. I'm just gonna do that so we know that we can expand later. There we go. Is that 2 blocks down? That is 2 blocks down. Okay, there we go. And I just prefer doing this, so I like to have my general aviation on a... I like to have my GA on three-way taxiways. Three wide taxiways, sorry. And then I like to have my commercials on a 5 wide taxiway. That way it's easier to kind of see what aircrafts are where. Alright, so aircrafts are going to come down. And they're going to go in here. It's going to cause a backload for GA, for commercial in the future. But that's okay. So, now that we have that... Ooh, we need an ATC tower as well. Place that... Where do we want to place this? Ooh, I can't place it there. Can't place it there. You know what? I think for now we'll place it. I'm gonna place it here. Nice and simple, out of the way. So now that we've done that, we've done this building, so we're gonna go on next. So place a small ATC aircraft control tower and wait for construction to be built. Lovely. So we're going to time-lapse this now. Well, we're not going to time-lapse. We're going to speed up time. And we're going to have this all built. There we go. So we're unloading all of our construction workers off the buses. Just down here. You can see them all getting off here. Now, so the yellow buses are construction workers. And then these vans here, or lorries, are delivery trucks. So there we go, you can see they're delivering everything that we need. So let them carry on for now. So they're going to build this fairly quickly, which is nice. Now, you're probably wondering why I left this gap here. This gap is going to be for basic refueling and a vehicle storage for general aviation. But how are we going to get the fuel there? Now that we need to come to infrastructure and we need to get one of these service roads. Now these service roads will also be made out of asphalt. I'm going to bring it down here. Do I want to do that, or do I want to bring it out here? Can't do it. So that's okay. Okay, so this is all built now. So what we can do is we can open the runway. We can come over to our operations panel, open the airport, and allow general aviation. So what this will allow aircraft to do is come in and they can land. As you can see, our first aircraft has finally landed. Okay. So next, we need to wait for 5 GA flights to land. Now, because they're general aviation, what they'll do is whilst they're on the stand, they will earn us money per hour, which is nice. So we're going to go down to 2 times speed just to slow it down a little bit. And we have a nice little runway operation going on here to earn us a bit of money, which is nice. So this video will go up on Saturday, and then if this has gone out on Saturday, then there'll probably be 2 episodes of this. Maybe even 3, depending on how much I'm recording. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 4th GA flight now. So we just need 1 more GA flight and we will be golden. And we can move on to the next step of the tutorial. But this is going to be a nice, fun little airport. Don't know if we're going to get any GA overnight. We'll have a look. We are. This is lovely. Get ready for GA flights to land. If land animals enter the runway or taxiway, they can cause damage to aircrafts and slow and slow taxiing down. Build fences around your airport to keep animals out. Okay, so this is the next step. So we're going to pause the game again, because we're going to build. Unless you've got a fully operational airport, it's always best just to, you know, simply pause the game. And we're going to come all the way down here for now. I'm going to go across here. Because, you know, it's easier this way. Just you know what? No. No. See, this is why we pause. See, if we were building... if we were building this without pausing, then it'd just be a headache. So we'll just do this. We'll go around all the way around the map. All the way around. Just to save time. Yeah. Do I want to? No, I don't. I want to come across here instead. Come across here. And come across here. Just delete all this. Delete all this. Just delete all of it. Because I can. There we go. Right, we're going to need a gate as well, so this is also done within this panel. We're going to line up center with that. Now, we are going to need vehicles to go in there and refuel the depot. So, also in infrastructure and transport, we need to add one of these. I think... Ooh. Do I want to add it? No. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to come here. Line this up. With that. And then we're going to go back to terminal. Grab the fence. And there we go. That links up there. Lovely. This is only temporary. When we start building the actual big airport, then a lot of this will probably change. You know, that's in the future. That's not now. There we go. Congratulations on your first international airport. The GA pilots are enjoying your airport, but some are concerned about the lack of aircraft refueling services. Let's get started with constructing all required structures for a basic refueling service. So we'll click next. So we need place a vehicle depot or service vehicle parking lot. This is why we've left this space empty up here. So what I can do with this is I can come over to my aircraft infrastructure page. I can come over to parking. And I can place this in by here. And then what I can also do then is grab a refueling station. Ooh, shit. I haven't left room for this. That's fine, that's fine. Come back over to here. Grab this. We'll have it directly off the road. And same for this. We're going to keep these quite close to... Ooh, what do I want? Yeah, we'll put it next door to that. And just to kind of blend it all in, make sure we're not running on grass, we'll just do this. Just do this, just to keep it all as one unit type of thing, you know? So all this is going to get built. It's going to take a little bit of time. So we're going to put this on 3 times speed, just to speed up the construction of the fences. So, the blue that you see are classed as blueprints. This is what your airport lives and breathes on. Okay. Now, what I'm going to try and do is, I want to try and keep the stands minimalistic. You know, I don't want... you want to make a big enough entrance to have everybody in, keep them happy, keep them fed, whatnot. And then you want to keep like your terminal area. You want to keep your pastures separated as much as possible. So you want your passengers coming in. So your passengers coming off the flights, you want them to go straight out. And then your passengers going out on flights, you want to keep them separate from the passengers coming in. The weird logistics of the airport. So we'll get all this built, but we're not doing that yet. We're not doing that. We're simply just building an airstrip at the moment. You know, just a general aviation airstrip. Earn us a bit of money. Because we've already spent over $500,000. Bear in mind, we did only start with $2 million as well. So all this construction, all these flights, everything, even the refueling is going to cost us money. So we need to keep an eye on everything. And if we can change our contract costs, we will do that. I'm loving the music in this game. I forgot how much. I forgot how good it was, you know? But we're just going to let the building keep going. We're almost there. Once this is all built, we can start refueling aircrafts. So at the moment, I think you'd class this as an aerodrome. You know, because it's not an international airport as such at the moment. But what we can do is we can click on these aircrafts and we can see where they've come from. So this one has come from Wick Airport. Wick, United Kingdom, Europe. Obviously, the UK isn't within Europe, the European Union anymore, but it is still part of the continental Europe. But it's politics and we're not going to get into it. Great, we're almost ready to offer Avgas 100LL refueling services. All we need to do now is to purchase a fuel truck and sign a contract with an aviation fuel supplier. So we're gonna press tab, we're gonna come up to vehicles. So we have vehicle overview. This shows us all of our owned vehicles within the airport. I'm going to come over to these Fjord fuel truck. Avgas 100LL. We're going to get 2 of these because we have 10 stands operating. So, realistically, 1 truck should service all 5 of them. So, we're going to get them ordered. And once we have them ordered, they will then go over to this depot. So, there we go. New product has arrived. So, we're going to come back over to the economies tab. We're going to come over to contract. And then, as you can see, we have 3 different supplies. So we're going to go down to 2 times speed, no, 1 times speed for now. So we're going to have a look at AviFuel. AviFuel offers Avgas 100LL aviation fuel for $1.43 per litre. And Jet A1, which is another type of fuel used for the commercial flights. Jet A1 aviation fuel for 0.33 per litre. So that's 33 cents per litre of fuel. The fuel supply will deliver 400,000 litres per delivery. Fuel will automatically be delivered when a fuel depot has less than 10% of its fuel remaining. Delivered fuel is paid for upon delivery. Alright, so we'll sign with Avgas. They've got a 3-star contract and they're fairly good. Now we can come over to here and we can say refuel cycle information. So resupply at 10%. Can I not? I thought I could adjust this. Anyway, you can adjust how much fuel gets delivered eventually. I can't remember when that happens. We're going to put this back onto 3 times speed. Get that fuel delivery right in here. There we go. You can see the fuel lorry coming up. Coming into the depot, and you can see, oh, all that money draining out. Not cheap at all. But there we go. That 1 truck there took just below... my English is terrible today. So you can see that fuel truck, it took it down to about 20% left. So if my math's correct, that 80% of that tank is used on 1 lorry. Which is not good. It means we're going to be refueling quite regularly our lorries. But if we come over to operations, now we can go over to turnaround services. We can activate avgas. Now that avgas is enabled, we can now refuel 5 of these planes. And there we go. We have an operational airstrip. We're refueling, planes can land, they can take off, they can park up for the night, or park up for however long they want their visit to be. Now, like I said, I do have vintage DLC and helicopters DLC for this game, so we will mess around with that at a later date. But this airport is going really well. We're going to keep it on 3 times speed for now. We're going to get all 5 aircraft refueled. Now, we do earn money from refueling aircraft. They do have to pay us to use our fuel. So we can make a little bit of money back. Just depends on how well we do. There we go. You can see our money is back in the green down here. Down here in our bottom corner, you can see we're back in the green. Green means we're earning money. Red means that's the money that we're losing per hour. Just like that. So, in this current hour, we are losing 1,000. We were losing just over 1,000. And there we go. Congratulations. You now know the basics of airport operations. You can continue expanding your airport for GA aircrafts, earning money from servicing these aircrafts. Alternatively, you can expand your airport to handle commercial flights, which carry passengers. When you're ready, click Next to proceed. And it wants us to build a 25 by 15 area. Minimum, I believe. But we're not going to do that. At least we're not going to do that in this episode. Because I'll save that for the next episode. I'll do that in the next episode. Because if you want to see that, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment as well, because I want to see what you guys think of this series. Do you want it, how long do you want these episodes to be? How short do you want them to be? Estimate. That way I know how much you want to see per episode. How far do you want us to get? 3 things. 3 basic things. That's all you have to do. All it is. It's not... You do that, you make me happy. You want to make me happy? I'll record more. Simple as that. It's a simple trade offer. And I will catch you in the very, very, very next episode of Airport CEO. Goodbye.